गोडे कोई जिन डालना रहेगा यान पंडा तू लेंग इडी रातड़े अंजी जिने रडड़ गोली तिंडा
सेन चावल ले आया है बाबा सेन चावल
आया ना काल मत दंडला
बाबा इकडच बसावं लागल
आफ्टरनून एवरीवन
कौन है तो सीमा
आफ्टरनून एवरीवन
तो मुझे इसका फोटो देखना ये कौन दिखती मुझे क्या पता कौन है ये भूमि भूमि ठीक है नहीं बाप है हाँ ना मैंने पहले बार से
संचिता टोमी जनरल में विकिपीडिया
भाई
पप्पा मिस कॉल मार पप्पा मार ना
हेलो
एनएल टिकली
हेलो आंचल दुबे हेलो
Yes, teacher.
आंचल दुबे
Yes, teacher.
हाँ आंचल आपने कौन सा मेल आईडी यूज किया है?
Teacher, I have not logged in. I have just put our this meeting ID and password.
ओके योर आईडी योर ईमेल आईडी
Teacher, I have not put email ID. My email ID is achalrube2005@gmail.com.
ओके 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 थैंक यू आंचल थैंक यू म्यूट देम लिसन ऑल ऑफ यू
काय मला माहितीच नाही, मी विचारलं मला कोणी काय सांगितलंच नाही.
आस्था मोहिते म्यूट योरसेल्फ अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ विघ्नेश सावंत प्लीज सीमा टीचर
यस टीचर
आप मेरे नाम पे क्लिक करके मुझे को होस्ट बनाइए प्लीज
डन टीचर
ओके यस थैंक यू टीचर ओके टीचर यू कैन स्टार्ट योर लेक्चर
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start our history lesson, history period again. Okay. Now our lesson applied history, which we have left incomplete, so we will complete that. But first we will do a recap of whatever we have done. So what we have discussed, that what is applied history. Now what is applied history? Applied history is the public history. Now why it is called, previously it was misconceptions of people that history is only for the history subject is concerned with the people who have their concern with application, have their concern with the historical monuments, those who want to be expert in history, and such other people. But slowly and gradually, these misconceptions has been changed. Okay, now that is what is called as public history. History is called as applied history or public history because it not only talks about the or it not only related to the people of those who from the historical field, but with the common life people also. Okay.
Okay, सीमा टीचर वेट 5 मिनट वेट 5 मिनट सीमा टीचर आप अपने लिस्ट में पार्टिसिपेंट लिस्ट में रीना तिवारी ये नाम देखिए रीना टीचर को देखिए और उनको प्लीज को बनाइए प्लीज मेक अ को होस्ट
हाँ डूइंग टीचर हाँ गॉट डन टीचर
रीना तिवारी
या
यस थैंक यू
हाँ तो हाँ मैं बंद को
हाँ ओके यू कैन एडमिट देम ऑल
ओके नाउ आई कंटिन्यू
यस टीचर
So now what is actually history? History provides us how it is based for the present life. whenever we are in a difficult situation, so we need experiences. And from where we get experiences? We get experiences from the whatever the thing which have been already done. So history is providing us a platform where we can get a lots of experiences regarding the difficulties which we can come across. Okay, now the not only this, there are many seminars also took uh, happens, and this provide opportunity to the people related to the historical tourism, where they got they come to know more about the historical monuments and historical things, and it helps them to fulfill their livelihood. Now, I hope all of you understood what is applied history. Applied history is a public history which provides a base for the present life, as whatever the problem we are facing, we can get solution of those problems with the help of the history, whatever the documents are given. Okay, now let's move to the next point. Let's move to the next point, that is applied history and various research in various fields. Now, as we know, history talks about the past events. Whatever things which have been done in the past, it gives a platform. With the help of those events, we can shape our present life. So history provides us a platform where we can shape our present lifestyle, and it helps to flourish our life more and more beautifully. Okay. Not only this, history is also providing direction for the future, as we already know what is this, what the things are happening in the history, and the maybe happen the similar thing can happen in the present life. So we know the consequences of those things. So it provides us a platform where we can understand the situation, and we can make it a and we can analyze the future things also with the help of this. Okay, now after this, now first these are the some fields where applied history research has been done in relation with the applied history. Now let us discuss the first point, that is philosophy. Now what is philosophy? We all know that philosophy is talking about the ideologies. Okay, it talks about the intellectual traditional ideologies, and it is very important. There are many different languages has their different philosophies. So it is very important that those who want to understand the philosophical ideologies of any particular language or region, so it is very important that that person should know the language also, because he does not know the language, so he is not able to understand the philosophy. Okay, now the next is the science. Now science is very important, because if there is no science, there will be no technology, and we cannot progress scientifically. Okay, so in the same way, history of science is also helps to understand the chronological order of the scientific discoveries. Okay, when we come to know about the whatever the research have been done, or whatever the progress have been done in the science, it helps us to provide a platform where we can understand, where we can analyze what are the things we have developed till now. Okay, so it is very important that we should know the history of science also. Then now next is the technology. Now the history of technology helps in understanding the changes and their causes in the field of agricultural production, commodity production, architect, engineering, etc. Okay, so it is very important if we want to know what are the changes has been done in the field of agriculture, technology, anything. Sorry, agriculture, commodity production, engineering. So it is very important we should know the history of the technology. Suppose if we talk about the bulb. So when the first bulb has been invented, that time a lot thinking has been done. So when we understand, when we try to learn the history of bulb, so it helps to understand the how much development has been done in that particular thing. Okay, I hope all of you understood this much. Now let's move to the next point: industry and commerce. Okay, now the field of mutual social transaction expand with growth of industry and trade. Now when there is an exchange of things within a society, so at that time there is a transaction of culture also. So because of the industry and commerce, because of the transaction of the things between the two society, it helps to transaction of the cultural things also. So it helps to develop the uh, it helps to develop culture also, flourish the culture also. Now, not only this, the nature of the human nature is also changes. So how we can learn from how the changes has been took place in the human relationship? We can learn from the history only. So it is very important that we should know the history of each and everything, and only can able to able to do the things more beautifully. Okay, now the management studies. Now why there is a need to study the history of the management study? Because human psychology is keep on changing. Okay, so when we learn the management study, the history of management study, so we come to know there are lots of changes has been done in the things as per the psychology or psychological behavior of human. Okay, as changes has been took place in the human mind, there is a lots of changes has been take place in the technology also, and according to that there is a changes in the management of the thing also has been done. So it is very important that we should know the psychology of the people also. It helps to manage the things. Knowledge of history in regard of the management studies make management of the thing very easy at each and every level. Okay, now the arts. What is arts? Arts talks about uh, expression of thought. Okay, arts talks about expression of thought with the emotional cultural tradition. Okay, now whatever there are, you can see some pictures in here. Okay, now what it shows the emotional behavior of the person. Okay, so art is so how the changes has been done in the art form, understand that. So it is very important that we should know the history of arts also. Okay, previously it was an cave painting, but now we are doing the painting on the sheets. Okay, so there are many changes has been done in the art form also. It's so it had the history helps to understand the development of the arts. Okay, any kind of music, act, drama, Now humanities includes disciplines. Which disciplines? History, archaeology, sociology, anthropology, political science, economics, etc. Now, if we go through the history of all this thing, all this field of humanities, so we come to know that the base for all this humanity is the philosophy only. Okay. By the understanding the philosophy of all this discipline, we are able to understand these disciplines. Not only this, ancient people were start worrying about the how the world has created and other things. So how they come to know? By the studying of all these disciplines of the humanity, and philosophy was the base. Because of the philosophical knowledge of the people, world come to know the creation of the world, god, goddesses, and many other things. So the various disciplines which are coming under the humanities have their theoretical foundation, which is based on the philosophical theory. If there is no philosophical theory, we are not able to understand the various disciplines of humanities. Okay. Now let us go to the next point, which we are going to discuss, that is applied history and our present. Okay, how applied history is important in our present life. Now, applied history provides relics of the past exist in the present. Okay, it gives us essence, whatever the things which we are going through in the present, it has some reflection of the past. For example, we take the example of festivals. Whenever some festival is coming, now just take a current example. Now, so within some days, Gokulashtami is going to come. Okay, so it has some essence of past. And what is that? That they have a mythological story for Gokulashtami about the Lord Krishna. So whatever the things happening in the present, it has some reflection of the past. So we cannot consider a thing without history. Everything has its own history, and it is very important. And not only this, it builds our identity. Okay, we see that it belongs to our culture, it belongs to our country. Okay, you can see some pictures are given here. What this talks about? It talks about our culture, which we have, which was exists in the on the earth many years ago. Okay, so it builds our identity that I belongs to a nation, a place which has a very great history. Okay, not only this, it provides opportunity for employment. Now, how history can provide opportunity for employment? As when a history of a particular place get spread worldwide, so many people come to that region. For example, we take example of the Ajanta and Ellora. Okay, now Ajanta and Ellora, at that place many people are coming. So it needs transport, it needs some food facility, then hospitality, then traveling, all these things. So that history is providing opportunity for employment for all these people. So history is providing employment, and it helps to flourish our present life. Okay. Now the next point, management of cultural and natural heritage. Now we have a lots of history. Okay. Now we have to now what we have to do? just we have to make it dirty and spoil it. No, what we have to do, we have to manage it. Whatever the culture. Now, why we are celebrating festivals? The reason that because we want to manage that cultural instinct in the society. Because if we forgot the tradition, we used to wear the traditional cloth whenever our festival is there. So it provides us opportunity to protect our culture in the society, preserve our culture in the society. Uh, uh, there are many different festivals. There are lots of things, rituals happens in the festival. Even we talk about there is a ceremonies happen when a child get birth. When the our person died, that time also there is a ceremony. So why all this thing happening? Because we want to manage our culture. Okay, the instinct of culture. So it is very important that we should do management of our cultural and natural heritage. So what is heritage? Whatever the things which has been passed, which has been made in the past and now it is present, we can see that that is called as heritage. So we have to preserve that. Okay. Now the cultural heritage is of two types. One is tangible and one is intangible. Now what is tangible cultural heritage? The cultural heritage which we can touch. For example, monuments, okay, buildings, artifacts, manuscripts. These are some examples of the tangible cultural heritage which we can touch, we can feel. Okay, we have to preserve. Okay, so not only we, but our next generation will also come to know about our history. Now, the second is the intangible cultural heritage. Uh, it includes oral traditions, then traditional knowledge, after that, style of performing any arts, then traditional skills, after that, then some customs, traditions, all these are intangible cultural heritage. So we have to preserve all these. Okay, now let's move to the next point, that is the natural heritage. I hope all of you understood till the management of the cultural heritage. Now, what is management of the natural heritage? Now, before we discuss the management of natural heritage, let us discuss what is natural heritage. The natural heritage are the biodiversity. Okay, that is fauna. Fauna is animal species. Flora, vegetations, and ecology and geomorphic. Now, what is geomorphic? Geomorphic, that the different kinds of the landforms. For example, we have Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, then Himalaya. These are the different geomorphic characteristics of the India. So now what we have to do? We have to manage. We have to preserve all this natural heritage also. And so for preservation of all these things, many laws also been many laws also made by the government when there is dangerous situation came for some particular species, flora, fauna, or the land area. So it is very important to manage. Now, why it is important? Because we have to make it safe for our next generation. But it doesn't mean that we should not develop. We have to do development, but sustainable development. What is sustainable development? That whatever the thing which are present in the society, we should not harm that, and we should proceed towards the development. It is called as sustainable development. Now, as it is very important to preserve the heritage, whatever the heritage we have. So UNESCO, okay, that is global organization, announced some objectives that promote the cultural and natural heritage. And according to that, according to the directed list of the UNESCO, some monuments or the some things are preserved or are enlisted under the World Heritage. Okay, or some are enlisted under the natural heritage. And you have the list of all those natural and World Heritage in your textbook. Okay, you have to go through that. Now I will read out some heritage. Now the some oral and intangible heritage are the tradition of Vedic chanting. Okay, when there is some rituals. Okay, then after that tradition of playing enact the Ram Leela. It is also talks about the oral and intangible heritage. Okay, we cannot touch the Ram Leela, right? Okay, now the next is the yoga. Yoga is also our oral and intangible heritage. We have to preserve. And how we are going to preserve? We have to keep it safe in a showcase. No, we have to do all these things. When we continue with all these things, we are able to preserve this oral and intangible heritage. Okay. Now the next is, there's a list of cultural heritage sites in India. For example, Agra Fort, Ajanta Cave, Ellora Caves, Taj Mahal. These are some examples of the World Cultural Heritage Site. Okay, now World Natural Heritage Site includes, I'll give some examples only, not all the examples. Nanda Devi and Valley of Flowers National Parks, Manas Wildlife Sanctuaries, Western Ghats. These are some examples. You will get lots of examples in your textbook. So you just go through all these examples. Okay. Now, cultural and natural heritage management is very important aspect in the applied history. Okay. So we have to do the conservation. We have to preserve the cultural and natural heritage. So for that, some organization has been established. We can that one of the organization is INTAC, that is Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage. It is working for the conservation and the preservation of the cultural and natural heritage. When anything can be completed, it cannot be just completed by making the organization. It is very important that some participation of the expert now there is a need of the participation of the experts also. So it provides a platform, organization provides a platform where different experts come together and they discuss their different ideas to preserve, to conserve the natural and cultural heritage. Now, why some principles of applied history are useful in creating awareness among the people. Okay, so why it is necessary? Because we have to conserve the cultural and natural heritage with its original state. We don't have to do some changes. If you are doing the changes in things, so it is not the cultural heritage. Okay, because we have done the changes, so it is not our heritage. We have done the changes. When the thing can be a heritage, when it does not have changes in the monuments. So there is no need to the changes in the monuments. Then the next is the local social structure and psychology of the local people, challenges faced by them in present situation. Their expectation can be surveyed in detail.
Hello.
Okay.
Teacher, 1 minute. सीमा teacher.
Yes.
हाँ, बच्चे हैंड्स रेज कर रहे हैं, कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं, देखिए आप।
Yes, let me complete this. Then this point, then I'll ask. I'll solve your queries. Okay, let me
हाँ,
complete 2 points.
ओके ओके टीचर।
So, there is a local social structure and psychology of the local people, which they are creating challenges before the present situation. So it is very important, and we should explain the importance of all this thing to them, so they are able to give their participation in the preservation of the cultural and natural heritage.
हेलो हेलो। गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, इतना समझा आप लोगों को? समझा? अगर तो आप एक थम्स अप करो, अगर इतना टीचर ने जो आपको लेक्चर ये समझाया टॉपिक्स वो सब आपको समझा। चैटिंग बॉक्स के थ्रू आप आंसर कर सकते हो।
Okay. Now there is a participation of the local people also increased in the project. Why it is necessary? So they will come to know the importance of their culture, how they can earn the livelihood from the culture, so they are able to preserve more and more to the culture. And not only this, it is very important that they should make a systematic plan, then only they are able to preserve and conserve the culture. Okay, I hope all of you understood this much. Now some students were having doubt. Just let me know those who have the doubt, so I can solve whatever their doubts. Which point they have not understood, let me know. I hope I am audible to everyone. Hello, I'm audible to everyone. Yes, students, I'm audible.
यस टीचर, यस
Yes.
यस
So
टीचर।
just I want to know those who were raising the hands. What were their queries? What happened, teacher? Okay, again joining they all. Yes, Chirag, what is your doubt, beta? Let me know. If you don't have any doubt, so I should proceed. Okay, I think there is no doubt. Should I proceed further? Yes, Achal, what is your doubt, beta? Let me know. You can type your doubt. Yes, Achal, what is your doubt?
Teacher, chat is disabled. So
Chat is disabled.
the children who are having a doubt, you can ask them to unmute and they can speak.
Yeah, okay. Yes, the students, those who have doubt, just please unmute yourself and ask your doubts. No one is there. Yes, Neeraj. What is your doubt? Just
Ma'am, can you
speak out.
please explain management studies again?
Management studies. Okay. What you have not understood in that, beta? N- Uh, now, what is management study? In management study, we discuss how to manage the thing. Okay, so when we have to manage the thing, so it is very important that we should know the psychology of the people. Okay, if we know the psychology of the people, so we are able to manage the things properly. So when we come to know the psychology of people, when we know the history of different types of psychology, so it is very important that we should know the history of different types of psychological behavioral people. Then only we are able to understand the things and we are able to solve our problems and we are able to develop. Is that clear? I hope. So now should I proceed to next point? That is the last point. That is affiliated professional fields. Okay. Now knowledge of history is can be supportive in decision making with the regard of respective legal provisions and public policies in the fields of museum. You can see in the fields of preservation and the preservation and conservation of the historical site. You can see some historical sites are there. Tourism and hospitality and entertainment and mass media. So if we know the uh, history of things, so it helps to uh, get some decisions, important decisions about all these things. Now, these all, whatever the field we have discussed, it needs some expert personals, okay, who are mastered in their own field, and they have specialized skills also. Okay, for example, if you take the example, architect, engineer, historians, archaeologists, museum curator. These are some different expert people. Those who are expert, they have mastered in their own field. So it is very important that they all should have mastered on their own field. Then only they are able to make other to understand what they want to understand, right? So it is very important that they should learn the things under their skills. Okay, so the history provides a platform where lots of profession can be emerged. Okay, now if you want to be a museum curator, so it is very important that you should do a lot of study how to manage the museum, how to remember the thing, how to keep the things properly so it will attract the people. All these things should be understand. So history provides, it gives a platform where lots of people are able to get their different professions. Okay, not only this, they should have a adequate knowledge. All these expert personnel must have adequate knowledge of their own field, different ancient sites. Okay, whenever we travel to some historical place, there we get some guide. They guide us about different features of that particular place. So when they are able to guide, when they know each and every minute feature of that historical place, so it is very important that whatever field you are taking under the field of historical monuments or history, so it is very important that you should know each and every minute thing of that particular field. Then only you are able to explain, you are able to fulfill your job qualification, and you are able to develop in that particular job field. Okay, now, so we have learned what we have learned in this lesson. We have learned the applied history, the importance of applied history. Now, what is applied history? How it affects the different discipline of humanities, how it affects the different fields of the society. So, now from today, history is not a subject, but it is a way of looking the things. Okay, with the help of history we can understand the different criteria which helps to understand the thing, not only one criteria. As we have learned history, so we have different aspects which make us center, and we analyze the thing and we are able to develop on the basis of that analysis. I hope all of you understood. Yes? Any doubt? If any doubt, just unmute yourself and you can ask me question. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you question. Okay. So there is no doubt. So let me ask you question. Knowledge of history is not important as it not provide guidance in finding solution. Just put a cross if you're not agree. Just put a tick if you're agree. Yes? Knowledge of history is not useful as it not provide guidance in finding solution. What about others? Yes, answer me fast, everyone. Okay. No, it is, the correct statement is knowledge of history is useful as it provides guidance in finding the solutions. Okay. Now, it is not important to learn the language to understand the philosophical ideologies. Just put a cross if you are not agree, just put a tick if you agree. I hope all of you understood the question. Just answer it fast. What happened, Karan, Sahil, Hariom? Why not answering Ayush, Akshida, Antara? Answer me fast. Put a cross, either put a tick. Knowledge of language or philosophy does not need language to understand the philosophical ideology. Okay. Now let's move to the next. Now you have to unmute yourself and you have to answer. Now who will answer? Okay. Aditya. Aditya, answer to this question. What is applied history? Kindly unmute yourself, Aditya, and answer. Aditya Bhalera. What is applied history? Aditya Bhalera, unmute yourself and answer me fast.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. What is applied history?
So applied history is known as public history.
It is a term. But why it is known as public history? Yes. Why it is known as public history? Yes, Chirag will give the answer. Chirag, why it is known as public history? Or how the what was the misconception which has been changed and it is known as the public history? Yes, answer fast. Yes, Khushi. Answer, beta.
Teacher, applied history is known as public history because in history there were many misgivings, there were many wrong misconceptions about humans' life which were described wrongly. So as to improve it and to convey it in a better manner, applied history came to be known as, which is based on the present life of people, which describes what problems were exactly faced by people.
Yes, but with a wrong conceptions, not only misconceptions. Okay. Okay. Next, which are the types of the cultural heritage? Yes, just raise your hands. Which are the types of cultural heritage? Yes, yes, Ashwi.
tangible cultural heritage and intangible cultural heritage.
Okay. Now my next question, how tangible cultural heritage is different from the intangible cultural heritage? Will you answer? How both are different? Just you have to explain what is tangible cultural heritage and intangible cultural heritage. So you are able to answer my question. How it is different? Yes, Khushi? Answer beta.
Tangible includes the history about ancient sites, then artifacts, manuscripts, which were built up in the ancient time, whereas intangible is the sources of history, that is oral tradition, traditional knowledge, certain traditional skills, all that types are called as intangible. This is a major difference between tangible and intangible cultural heritage.
Okay, good. Sakshi, you also want to give the answer? Just answer beta. Sakshi, kindly unmute yourself and answer beta.
The tangible heritage means the things we can touch, and intangible heritage means the things that we do not touch.
Can you give me tangible heritage and intangible heritage?
Example of tangible heritage is monuments, whereas intangible heritage example is traditional knowledge.
Okay, traditional knowledge. Okay, and any other? Oral traditions and their languages. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Which are the things are included under natural heritage? Which are the things are included under natural heritage? We have discussed 3 points. Yes, Arya. Yes, Arya.
Teacher, flora, fauna, and geomorphic places.
Okay, Yashashvi, you also want to give answer? Give it a.
Flora, fauna, ecology, and geomorphic characters.
Yes, very good, both of you. Flora, fauna, ecology, and geomorphic characteristics. Now, can you explain me geomorphic characteristics? What about others? Only 4 to 5 girls are there in the classroom. Yes? Yes, Bhumi? Yes, Bhumi, answer. What is geomorphic characteristics? How you will explain what is geomorphic? Yes, Neeraj, answer beta.
Geomorphic characteristics, which is crucial for sustaining the flora and fauna of a particular region.
Wait a minute. I ask what is geomorphic means? When the term geomorphic is used, so what does it mean? How you will explain what is geomorphic? Yes.
Certain landforms which are preserved.
Yes. Types of the different types of the landforms. Very good. Okay. So all of you understood that there is no doubt any Any doubts? I hope there is no doubt. So you have to just go through the lesson again, each and every points, okay? And try to go through the questions by yourself. Then you will get notes, no problem. But just go through the question by yourself also, so you will understand how much you have understood. And if any point you have not understood, you can ask me query anytime. Okay? So today I'm finishing the lecture here. Okay?